Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna go through a little case study I did last week. I took 3 AI platforms to see if they could out-design a creative agency. I tried to keep it simple. I tried to give it guardrails. I tried to give the agency, myself in this case, I'm the designer, guardrails and a time frame of what it would output. I put together Claude versus OpenAI versus Figma Make versus Punch. Again, this use case is me doing this design. I gave it the same prompt, the same criteria. It's a simple display ad for Google. It's got a headline, it's got a teaser copy, it's got some images. In this example, we're pushing our Punch 10-year Yetis. You can get them on our shop, by the way. And gave it all the same information to see what it output. So I also gave it assets. Style guide, very simple, colors, fonts. I even gave it a background image and the same exact images to use within the ad. I wanted to try to keep this as simple as possible for the AI, see how fast it could do it, and what our final form would be. So first was Claude. I was pretty shocked with this one. Our devs loved Claude. I love Claude personally. I thought it was going to kill this. But it had a hard time rendering the actual assets I gave it. Again, I tried to keep this quick, so I didn't do multiple prompts to get it there. I maybe did 2 or 3 attempts, and I couldn't get it to even render what I wanted. What it did render was a crappy use of typography, okay line breaks, but overall, the design was off, inconsistent margins, a random black line, competing elements all across your eyes kind of ping-ponging, even if you imagine the images and buttons were here. So overall, Claude, simple prompt, the same prompt I'm going to use in the rest, but it was a total fail. Next was OpenAI. Love OpenAI, great for quick inspo, image manipulation, funny memes. This was a little bit better. It rendered the assets. Interesting, it chose to only render the front of the Yeti and not the front and back. I gave it both 2 images for that. It ignored my logo. I have no idea why. It was the same prompt for all. And it also did this kind of weird, it broke our teaser copy up into 2 sentences for some reason. Maybe it thought it was more readable that way. And then we kind of get this floating black button. So again, same problem here. Margins are all over the place. Your eyes kind of pinging around the ad. Randomly, it wouldn't even take the actual image dimensions. I tried 3 different prompts to get it to go, look, it's X height by X width. And it outputted this kind of like taller version of what I wanted. I have no idea why. I probably could have done a new chat and it probably would have got it right, but outcome here kind of meh. Next was Figma Make. I had high hopes for this one. It's a really cool tool inside of Figma. If you're not using Figma on any level, you should be, design or not. It's a lot of fun. Again, kind of a fail. Didn't use the logo. It did pull in the background graphic. I guess it did technically use our logo as a texture in the background. You can kind of barely see it there in the back. It's really opaque. Chose to use one version of the Yeti, the front only. I guess it maybe qualified that as using the logo, or it saw the SVG logo of our brand and the logo on the mug as kind of redundancy, which not bad. It's pretty cool. But overall, this isn't anything that I would have sent to a client. It's just kind of meh. Finally, Punch. Again, in this case, I did this. I gave myself a really, short time period, 10 minutes to see what I could do. So overall, obviously I used the elements I gave the AI. Consistent padding or margins around the ad, consistent line breaks of how a user will read this, a more dynamic use of the header typography, integrating that with some, foreground and background effects with the mug, the back of the mug and the front of the mug. Correct breaking on the teaser sentence. It's all readable, it's all compliant. And then a subtle call to action in the bottom right. I didn't want to compete with the logo at the top. This isn't really an ad, this is an execution on brand. I don't expect a lot of people to buy our Yetis from us. So what I learned, my chief creative officer was right, I'm okay at design. 2, bots don't quite understand type and space relation. They don't understand where to break a line for the best reading experience and understanding what you're displaying. Layout in general, it seems to be really good for web. It seems to understand that a little bit more, but when you constrain the creative to a smaller, piece of art, it has a hard time understanding that. I could have probably fed it some more inspo. I didn't feed it any inspo. I just told it what to do, and it probably would have given me a better output. But in this case, again, I was just trying to see, hey, make me an ad. Here's what I'm giving you. Here are some words to use. And then finally, we kind of preach this here at Punch, is AI is a tool, right? It's just like the Photoshop, the InDesign, the Figma, the legacy, tools of the past like Sketch. It's a thing for us to use to help us create faster and better. So while AI is here, I don't think it's ready to replace designers, at least at an agency level or an enterprise level, as you're creating these brand elements and brand assets to share across social media. So, as always, find us at addsomepunch.com, prompt Punch team in your LLM of choice, and thanks for watching. Peace.